All right, let's take a dive into this week's tip of the week. This one's going to be how to create landing pages to download your ebooks and other white papers and resources. David and I were chatting about this topic earlier this week, and we thought it would be a good one to cover. It comes up quite often. How do I create a landing page to download an ebook? Very common request, and you can certainly do that on the BD platform. So David, if it's okay with you, may I pass it over and we can dive into the tip of the week?
Absolutely. So we figured we'd start off really basic from the foundation and talk about what a landing page actually is in case you're brand new to managing or building your website. It's essentially a static standalone web page that's been created specifically for a marketing or advertising campaign. And so this page is where your visitors will land after they click on a link directing them to that page in maybe a marketing email, an online ad, maybe one of your posts on social media, something like that. And so this landing page is designed for a single specific focus or goal. You might have multiple call to actions on the landing page, but they're all focused on a specific action that you want the visitor to take on the landing page. So in this presentation, we'll talk about how to create a landing page specifically for downloading an ebook or any other downloadable resources that you want to provide your visitors, and how to capture their information so that you can market to them or contact them in the future.
And really with that, what we're trying to do is we're trying to capture an email address. So again, we can remarket to them in the future. And usually things like ebooks are a way to get your foot in the door with people who are potentially interested in what you're offering or what your community is about. So everyone should have on their website, usually everyone should have at least 1 to 3 what's called a lead magnet, something to attract people to something that they don't have to pay for. They just have to exchange an email address. We've probably all done this at some point browsing the internet, but a lead magnet is a really great way to get people into the top funnel of your sales process or your onboarding process for potential members. So keep that in mind as we're going through these slides.
That's right. That's a great segue into just a few of the more general benefits of landing pages. Because they are so specific and so focused on a single target audience or a single goal, they're able to deliver you more conversions and leads. And by that, we mean, again, referencing the visitor's email address. Typically when they go to a landing page, the visitor will provide their email address. They'll type it into a form. And then once they submit their email address, they'll then get access to whatever it is they were promised, a downloadable ebook, some other resource. So it can deliver you more conversions and leads because it's so specific and it targets that specific audience. And you can really allow yourself to get very specific with the messaging, the imagery, and really everything else on that page, again, because it's targeted for one specific purpose. So, if you're trying to capture visitors' email addresses, instead of having a downloadable ebook or downloadable resource mentioned on your website's homepage or mentioned on your pricing page, instead you can create a static landing page specifically for this downloadable ebook or resource. And you can market this landing page to the specific audience that you're trying to target. So you can develop this targeted content for these specific audiences this way with these landing pages. And it can also provide you with actionable data. Google Analytics is a great tool. It's completely free. It's easy to connect and set up with your Brilliant Directories website. And so if you have Google Analytics, you can go over those analytics and you can really see how many people are going to the landing page itself, how many people are submitting the forms, and through all of this, you can see which campaigns, which resources you're providing are really driving you the most traffic and conversions. This way, you know what's working, what's not working, what's providing you with actionable leads and visitor email addresses, and what's not. And you can focus more of your energy on what's working and learn how to better target the audience that you're going after.
And in addition to that, usually what you're offering is some kind of expert advice or quick tips or blueprint or some kind of top 10 list that is basically clickbait for anyone who might be interested, again, in what the industry that your website is in or what your community is about. So, these landing pages, again, are a great way to get your foot in the door with people who might be interested in your final paid product, but they're just not ready to pay right now. So what you're going to deliver as the ebook or the tips demonstrate you as an industry expert, and it allows you to build that rapport with the people who are visiting the landing page, and then ultimately exchanging their email address for the content asset, media asset that you're delivering to them.
That's right. So there's 5 items that we want to go through that you'll need to set up this. We can refer to this as a funnel, starting from the landing page itself, uploading the downloadable ebook or resource PDF, whatever it might be, setting up the form so that you can capture the visitors' email addresses. So we'll go through all of these steps with you, show you how to set it up start to finish so that you can implement this on your own website, or maybe you've already implemented a landing page of sorts on your website, and maybe you'll get some new ideas from this presentation here, and you'll be able to implement those into your existing landing pages.
Now, we thought we were going to set this up before the webinar, but David and I chatted about it, and we thought it would be fun to just go through the entire process. We'll do the quick and simple one. We won't make it too elaborate, but we'll stick to the basics. And what's really interesting about this list is this is actually the order that you should go in to make the logical steps as efficient as possible. And you'll notice the last one here, number 5, is the actual landing page. So what we want to do before we get to step 5 is we actually want to do steps 1 through 4, which are setting up the infrastructure that will make the landing page work as it should. So step 1, and we'll go through these steps one by one. We're going to do this all together here on the webinar. Step 1 is to upload your ebook or PDF file into your media manager. So let's go ahead and do that together. Okay, so step 1, we're going to go into the media manager, and we have an ebook that we have available in the Brilliant Directories blog. We're just going to use that as the example here. So let's upload an image or PDF file. And here it is, a membership website checklist. And this one's a little big, it's about 2.5 megabytes. Just take a second to upload to the media manager. And it looks like it's uploaded. We'll go back to all media, and we're going to do something right now. We're going to right click with our mouse, and we're going to copy the URL for this PDF. This is going to come in handy in just a moment. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in a little clipboard here on my notepad, so I just have it handy. That is the URL of the PDF. If we go there now together, we'll see the ebook is there. This is the ebook that people will be downloading. It's several pages long, and that is the URL for it. Now that it's added to the media manager, it can exist on the internet as something people can visit. All right, step 2, create a confirmation web page with a PDF download button. So after people give you their email address, we want to direct them generally to some kind of a thank you or success or confirmation page where they can proceed with downloading the ebook. And normally this is done with providing them with a button link to click on. So let's do that together now. We can go to the web page builder. And again, we're not going to create elaborate pages here. We're just going to do kind of quick and simple things. We'll create a new web page. And the URL will just be confirmation. And we'll create the title. We'll just call it form submitted and download ebook below. And just for fun, we'll turn this into, we'll give it a hero section. And we'll use a background image. And what we'll do is the font we'll make white. So this is the title text font. This is the title text. This will be the image. And then what we'll do is for the page content, that's all we'll do for the hero section. For the page content, I'll drop a block in. I could just drop a button in here. We'll just do that. You can definitely dress up the page with additional content, but we'll just put a button link here and we'll edit it and we'll say the URL is going to be the URL of the ebook. So I'll copy this, and we'll edit this, and the URL is going to be this. We can open in a new tab and we'll say click to download ebook. update that, and we'll add a little bit of styling. We'll make it a large button, which it is, and we'll toggle it full width. Okay, again, nothing fancy here. We'll go ahead and save this. Okay, let's visit the page. Okay, so he says form submitted, download ebook below. Again, you can probably make these pages a little nicer with some content, supportive text, give them some additional things to do. But if I click on this button now, it will take me to the ebook here in the browser. And of course, from the browser, you can, every browser is a little different, but you can go ahead and download it and save it to your computer or device. But we do now have a click to download ebook button. Now here's a tip. These pages will get indexed in Google, and we don't want really the confirmation pages to be indexed by Google and other search engines. So under the page options area, what we want to do is click on apply no index, no follow. What that is telling Google is don't save this page in your search results, and just don't, it won't show in the Google search results basically. So we're not indexing this page. It won't be part of your sitemap and things like that. So only people who fill out the form, who come to the page directly, will have access to this page or be able to find this page. So under page options, it would be useful to click on apply no index, no follow if we want to hide this page from search engines like Google. So if people Google something, this page doesn't accidentally show up. Okay, that was step number 2. Step number 3 is sometimes when people fill out the form for an ebook, we also send a confirmation email in addition to sending them to a confirmation web page. So we can set up an email template for that. And what we'll do for this is go to emails, email templates, and it's going to be very similar to the process we just did for the web page. So we'll do new email template. And the subject line is, here is your ebook. And I'll use that as the template nickname as well. There can't be any spaces there. I'll just put ebook, there we go. And what's really cool is you can probably just use the draggable blocks. Again, you can decorate these emails as much as you want, but I'll just change the title here. Click to download ebook. What's nice once people exchange their email for something, you want to continue to give them more resources. So maybe not only do you provide them with a download ebook link, but you also provide them with links to your Facebook group or other areas where they can engage with your community. So I just use a draggable content block here, and we put this in here, and here we see another web link here. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this web link. And we'll say download ebook. And again, what I need is that link to the PDF, and I'm going to make that the URL. So that's just the key. Just get the right click on in the media manager, and it's in an email. So links automatically open in new tabs, but you can click in new tab, and there we have that. All right, and if we want it to be a little fuller width, we could drag this. We could get rid of this cell actually altogether if we wanted to. Delete this column. So you have clicked for ebook, and I'll go ahead and save the changes. Again, nothing too pretty here, just showing you the fundamentals of how to get that download link in an email here. Okay, so if we go back to our email templates, we should see now we have a custom email template, and the nickname is ebook. And we can see here is the ebook. So we have steps 1 through 3 completed. We've uploaded the PDF file to the media manager. We've created a confirmation web page, confirmation email. Now we want to click the form that visitors are going to fill out from the landing page. We're going to create that first. And in this case, I'll just do a simple form with their name and email, and we'll just use those, and maybe their phone number. So to create a new form, you can create forms for anything, surveys, things like that. Go to the form manager and click on new form. We're going to give it a nickname, ebook download. All right. Okay, and anytime you create a new form, it always starts you off with the basics, name, email, phone number, enter message, the Google reCAPTCHA to prevent or minimize spam. In this case, I'm just gonna remove the enter message field that's here. We don't really need that. And I'll go ahead and save the changes. And this is a critical step. So if you're following along, pay attention here. The form is the item that does all the magic. So now that we have a form that's called eBook download, what we want to do is when this form is filled out, we want to redirect the user to that confirmation web page, and we want to select the email, the eBook email template that I just created, to be sent to the person who fills out this eBook download form. So where we do this is in the edit form settings. And in the first tab, it says what happens after form is submitted. So in this case, we want to redirect to another web page. So here it is, and you can actually add a small success message that'll flash right before while it's redirecting. So you enter the redirect URL, and the redirect URL is going to be that confirmation page we created. It says form submitted, download ebook below. This is after they submit the form. Okay. Thanks, one ebook coming right up. That's going to be the quick message that flashes as it's redirecting. Now, so that's going to take care of sending people to the confirmation web page. The second one are the email notifications. So the user notifications, person who's filling out the form, do we want to email them something after the submission? You may or may not want to. You may just want to send them to a confirmation page or vice versa, only send them an email. But in this case, we're going to do both. So we're going to email user after submission, and then we can choose the email template we want to send. And we called that email template that I created eBook. Here it is at the bottom. All right, let's keep it. So now we're going to send them the email template called eBook. What's cool here also is you can send yourself, the admin, a notification email as well. So if you want to get pinged in your inbox anytime this form is submitted, anytime someone submits the ebook, you can turn this on, and what's easy is you can just send the same ebook message, or you can leave it at the default contact us. It'll kind of provide you with the information they filled out for that form. So that'll show you their name, their email, their phone number, whatever fields that form had. While we're here, you can also enter additional admin emails. So this will go to the owner of the site. You can enter additional admin emails to notify. So maybe you have staff members, if you're doing a contest or promotion and you created an application form and you need certain staff members to get notified when this form is filled out, you can add a comma separated list of their emails here. Just do that, yep, and you can just continue adding emails there. So I'll turn these off and we'll go ahead and save the changes. And our form is done now. So now we have a form, the redirect page is set up, the email the user receives after the form submission is set up. Let's go back to the ebook download. So here's our ebook download. So now we've done steps 1 through 4. PDF file in the media manager, both confirmation assets, the email and the web page. The form is set up. Now we want to create the landing page, the public landing page that we want to advertise. We want people to share that page so people, as many people as possible, come to that landing page and fill out the form we just created. So let's do that together. Let's create that landing page. First thing I'm going to do is just copy the short code for the form. That's going to be the form equals ebook download. That's what we're going to put on the landing page so that this form renders and displays on the landing page. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the web page builder. We're kind of going to do what we did for the confirmation page, but instead of a download ebook button, we're going to put the form on that page. So what we can do is I'm actually going to just clone this page, the form submitted page, and we're going to call the URL new ebook, and get this ebook will be the title, and then we're going to say fill in the form to get this ebook. And what I'll do here is I'll actually delete this. I will unlink it and remove the text, And I will, in this case, use one of the draggable blocks, and I'll replace the image, I'll delete the image here, and I'm gonna paste the short code, form equals ebook download, download ebook here. And we'll just leave it like that. We'll create it real simple. The hero section, yep, everything's the same there. And I'll go ahead and save the changes. I'll give it a nickname, get this ebook. Now this is a public page, so in this case, under the page options, we don't necessarily want it to be no index, no follow here. We want it to be a public page. We want people to find this page. Let's take a look at this page together now. So again, we didn't do anything fancy here with the design. We just created a landing page. We actually don't need the button here because we want them to fill out the form. So I will unlink this and then delete the text. A little confusing there with the button. Go ahead and save it again, and we'll refresh the page. You can add images here. Let's actually do that together. I have an image we can add here that maybe is a picture of the ebook. So what we can do is we can find an image here. Let's say this is the ebook, and we'll go ahead and save that. So we just added an image here just to spruce it up a little bit more. And there we go, here it is. Now, if you're ever noticing that one side is higher than the other, here's a tip for you in the web page builder. What it's trying to do is put everything in the middle here. We can see this is in the middle of the cell. What you can do is you can click here, and what we can do is vertical align. You can set it to top. You do that for both of them. Vertical align, set it to top, and it's going to push everything to the top rather than trying to center them in the middle of the cells. And we'll see what that does here. Let me save those changes. And we can see here it's trying to center the form with this taller image and everything here. But if I click vertical align top, now the form is here. So we'll go ahead and fill out this form, Jason at jason.com. We're asking for the phone number, and I'm not a robot, and we will submit the message. And hopefully everything works. There we go. Thanks, one ebook coming up. Now it's taken us to the form submitted page. I didn't put an actual email in there, but I would have gotten the email there as well. And I see the click to download ebook button. The cycle is done for the user. So you can advertise your landing page to your heart's desire. Get people to fill out that form as much as possible, and you're going to be delivering them an asset such as the ebook here. Now, here's the best part. The best part is you're the admin of the site. You want to track all the people who have filled out this ebook. Who are they? You want to download them, and everyone can do that. You can see them in your email section under Forms Inbox. When you create a new form, if you don't make any database modifications to it, I didn't do anything there, we can actually see the inquiry here of what I just filled out. The form that was filled out was ebook download. The person who filled it out was Jason at jason.com. It shows you the origination page where that form was filled out. And then you can actually view the full inquiry here. This was that admin email. I said if you wanted your admin or staff to get an email, this is what they would get. So you actually get all the information, Jason at Jason, the phone number. Those are the three pieces of information I filled out. So you have that here. And when you're looking at Forms Inbox and all the inquiries that live here, you can actually filter by form. So in this case, we can look at everyone who filled out the ebook download. And there it is there. And then you have a few list actions. You can create a smart list from this. So you can create a dynamic smart list of everyone who's filled out the ebook download, and you can start sending newsletters to that smart list. And you can also export the results. And that will export all the metadata of the inquiry, the person's name, the phone number, and additional information. So if there were thousands of results here or hundreds of results, you can get all of that not only into a smart list, but also into an Excel or CSV file export that you can then use. Maybe you want to import them to a third party or just have it to share with your staff and things like that. So that really completes the cycle. And you can see why I started with uploading the PDF file to the Media Manager, and we just built upon that with steps 1 through 5 here. David, did I leave anything out? I know that was a mouthful right now.
I think you covered it. It takes a few steps to set up, but once you have it set up for the visitor, it's a pretty seamless process.
That's right. And I think we did a good job just breaking it down into these 5 steps. 5 is a nice round number. Everyone likes to see that. And you don't need to have the confirmation web page and the confirmation email. You could choose to just have one or the other. In this case, we covered both. So you could even eliminate one of the steps from here.